Hi. Today we'll discuss finding a niche in highly competitive but lucrative markets. Finding a niche in a highly competitive market has its advantages. Why? Because competition is where the money is. The more crowded the market, the more cash customers. But how can you make yourself stand out in an overcrowded market and skim off some of that juicy cash? I'm glad you asked. I'll give you 5 tips to making your business, product, or yourself and stand out in an overcrowded marketplace. But first let me tell you why you want to run toward the competition instead of away from it like most others. Many so-called gurus encourage you to look for a market with little or no competition and dominate that first. I disagree. With today's highly competitive business climate, you'd be searching a long time before you'd find a profitable market with no competition. If you were ever lottery lucky enough to find one, you'd instantly attract a ton of competition quicker than you can say copycat. So, the key to succeeding today is learning how to find a niche in a highly competitive, already lucrative market. Then carve out your own personal niche. When you can do that, the business world is your oyster. Imagine the confidence this would give you knowing you can walk into any competitive market and get a fair share of the business. Your only limit? Your imagination. You'd say goodbye to the days of endless research trying in vain to find a leftover market nobody wants. You can finally stop settling for crumbs and go straight for the golden markets. In the past, the major drawback to seeking the gold in their competitive markets was the stiff and often ruthless competition. Follow the tips in the rest of this message and you'll have a secret weapon to help you break through the competition to where the real money is. Here's 5 tips to helping you find a niche in a highly competitive market. 1. Know your market. This is an obvious point to any seasoned business mind. But in this, got to get money quick, business climate, tons of otherwise intelligent people overlook and trip over this small detail. Nothing takes the place of research, not education, not money, not even experience. 2. What can you add or expand onto what the market is already providing? Look at your market with an eagle's eye and look at what you can add to increase the value to your target market. For example, once upon a time gas stations just sold gas until someone introduced snacks. Candy bars were made only with chocolate until someone decided to add nut, caramel, even marshmallows. Get the idea? 3. Can you add a personal touch? With so many companies trying to be all things to all people, the company that can offer a personal touch will stand out in a competitive market. Find ways to customize your product or service to your target customer's personal needs. With so many products similar to one another, this is an area where you can separate yourself from the boys and the also-rans. 4. Make something easier for your customer. Can you make some aspect of your product or service easier for your customer to order, use, maintain or update? People hate hassles, complications or even having to think too much. Anything you can do to make a process easier than your competition will win you customers and profits. Try it. 5. What can you do that your competition hates to do? This is one of the most overlooked areas to beating your competition. This tip instantly works to level the playing field no matter how small you are. Simply find out what your competitors or customer hates doing, and offer to do it for your customer. Believe me, if you make this offer enough times you'll soon have more business than you can handle. With money and credit tightening by the hour, it's essential that you find ways to compete better. In this business climate, those who survive will be the ones who thrive on competition, not run from it. By using these 5 tips you'll have the tools to confidently run toward the competitive markets, where most of the paying customers stay. Yes, while others run from the competition, you now have the knowledge to finding a niche in a highly competitive market. Congratulations! Now get to work. And thanks for listening.